Can you tell us more about the process of finding a good school for your kid? How important it is to choose the right syllabus? And with CBSE being taught in Manav Rachna, how does it have an edge over other syllabus? Hi, welcome to Illustrate, your very own school search engine that helps you find the best schools for your kid based on various filters and parameters. Today we have Ms. Deepti Arora, who's the headmistress of Manav Rachna International School, which is in Sector 51. Let's speak to her and understand her perspective about what are the parameters that a parent should look out for while selecting a school, and what are her thoughts on CBSE and the other curriculums that are available, and various other aspects related to schools, education, and children. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for giving us your time. Ma'am, can you tell us more about the process of finding a good school for your kid? A lot of parents have this dilemma on what could be a good school for their kid. What are the parameters and yardsticks that a parent should actually gauge a school upon? And what are those basic requirements that they should look out for in every school?
So Santan, see, as in, that our NEP aligned curriculum, which focuses more on the multidisciplinary approach, the learning, where we are ready to nurture, the young minds, their hearts and their bodies. And I think Manav Rachna School is very apt for any child to come in, because it has a very futuristic, integrated, very challenging and very flexible curriculum, which covers almost all the global dimensions and accommodates all the diverse learning needs of students. Like, that we talk about a lot of skill development, which activities provide, opportunities to children to develop new skills outside the classroom settings. For instance, we can give the exposure to children who can participate in, activities like where they learn how to work in teams, how to show their leadership skills, how to manage their time. So all these kind of activities where we can give the exposure for their personal growth, where they can explore their passions, their interests, and if they can have, make new friends, they can have social interaction, they can develop their social skills. We all talk about learning skills, we all talk about life skills, we all talk about soft skills. So these opportunities, I think they are the need of the hour. And Manav Rachna is one of the schools which actually provides and cater to all these talents and needs, diverse needs of different children, and help them to achieve the best as per their capacity and potential.
Great. And ma'am, on one side you have NEP who have framed and set certain guidelines on the whole, and you have school who's willing to execute them perfectly. Where does syllabus come into the picture in this frame of things? How important is to choose the right syllabus? And with CBSE being taught in Manav Rachna, how does it have an edge over other syllabus?
See, NEP unveiled in the year 2020, and it is nothing short of a transformative milestone, I believe, in the history of education in our country. It is a visionary roadmap that seeks to revitalize and rejuvenate our education system, aligning it with the dynamic needs of 21st century skills. And I think Manav Rachna has always been a forefront and very progressive thinker also. And whatever the activities which the NEP is asking us to align with, our school has already been aligned with a lot of activities. The reforms in school curricula, the pedagogies which are proposed by NEP 2020 about skill building, about capacity building, coding as a part of the curriculum. I think we already have been doing 360 assessment and development of we are working on 360-degree development of the child as well. So, like you are saying, that how to incorporate all these key principles of NEP into our teaching methodology and curriculum, which Manav Rachna is already having, like flexible learning paths. We offer them a lot of subject choices. We have our third languages. We give them a lot of choices between languages like Spanish, German, French, and we have Sanskrit. And I think these flexible learning paths allow our students to pursue their interest and strength. We have our technology integration. The school is definitely technology integration, which as a tool is required for enhancing learning experiences. So we have our digital resources, online learning platform. We have educational apps. We have our school, we use Colaro, which gives digital information to our students, to our parents. We have different apps like we have Tata Edge, we have RAS Plus especially for the young learners, wherein they can enhance their reading skills and, which makes actually learning more interesting and engaging. We have, if you talk about our assessment reforms, we have the school has really, Manav Rachna has really revamped the assessment method, which has moved away from, rote memorization. Rather, we are focusing more on evaluating a student's critical thinking, their creativity, how problem-solving abilities, how we give them a situation and they come up with their own solutions. I think we believe in continuous evaluation and focus on questions which are based on which they have to come up with their own solutions. They become the problem solver, which helps students to resonate and give them very practical and real life examples. I think the schools like Manav Rachna, we give a lot of encouragement and exposure, like Schoolathon on sustainability is one concept which we are running. We are talking about sustainability. Everybody is talking about sustainability, and I think we are giving them so many of platforms in which they can really work on it. They can come up with their own projects. They share their experiences. They come up with their own business models and they present it, and they become the young entrepreneurs. So all these opportunities, I think a school environment, if provides to the young generation, what else a parent is looking for. I think we are open with all these new methods of techniques for innovative methods and opportunities like project-based learning, problem-solving challenges. It's all about NEP, and we are all definitely aligned with all these, what NEP is asking us to do that. So what I was talking that, see, what we have been doing in MRIS, in Manav Rachna, over and above regular scholastic subjects and co-curricular areas over past few years. We are talking about CREST, which is conceptual learning through reasoning, exploration, skilling, and technology, which is with a greater focus on conceptual understanding, application, and developing the scientific temper of the children. And we talk about annual projects, which is based on, of course, UNSDG goals, which helps children to understand in developing sensitivity on social progress, regarding the economic development, the environment, and the climate. And we have our Maker Shala STEAM curriculum also, which helps them to develop their scientific skills and scientific temper. And we talk about our life skills, we talk about our values curriculum, which helps our children to develop self-awareness of their human values, their behaviors, their attitudes. So these are all, adding to the this learning approaches, and it is taking to another level, to the next level. And we have integrated very much it is a part of our curriculum. So I think that is why Manav Rachna has an extra edge over any other school.
Great. And since you spoke about the evaluation process and system being different now, I'm a little curious to understand, how is it happening on the creative front at scale? You're saying kids are being evaluated based on their problem solving methodology and their creativity levels. Can you tell us as an example on how this is being done in class on ground?
See, evaluation is all about a continuous process. So it can be either it can be kind of an activity you have assigned to a group of children, and you are asking them to present that. So, and you have given them a kind of a problem wherein within a team they have to come up with a solution. They are critically thinking, analyzing, and they are coming up with their own solution. Yeah. So these kind of situational things we try and we give them in the class. It's a kind of a group activity. It can be a pair activity. It can be any subject enrichment activity related to a particular subject, and we have given them a task to come up with a solution of this problem. So something like that.
Yeah. Can you help us with some example on what sort of challenges and problems are thrown at students?
Yes. And even in Maker Shala, if you talk about, you can ask them to, a given programming has been given to them, and now they have to develop a model by reading the programs, and then that model has to run. So this is all about critical thinking and analyzing, and then developing their own model and coming up with their own solutions.
Fantastic. And speaking about the teachers here, because they play a very crucial role in getting all this executed. And what sort of process goes into hiring a teacher? What are the virtues that you look out for in a teacher before you take them on board at Manav Rachna?
See, if you talk about teachers, definitely we talk about the faculty has to be already trained, everything. They should be knowing about the latest technology, the latest system, what our school specifically looking for. So we have our professional development training session on and off for the teachers as well, wherein they train according to our expectation, what our school wants and how they are trained. So they call on the regular for professional development trainings also, and definitely to ensure that quality education is being given and best practices to be followed in Manav Rachna, and all the skills also has to be embedded in their curriculum, so they definitely be trained accordingly for whatever our expectations as per our school policies.
Got it. And to make the most out of this entire system that you have built, be it in terms of curriculum or teachers and all, infrastructure plays a very important role. So what sort of infrastructure do you have in place to ensure that everything comes into reality? All the things that you mentioned. Yeah.
Yes. See, when we are talking about that, we have to ensure holistic learning, when we ensure that the best practices followed in Manav Rachna, and we take full responsibility as well. And we want our latest skills also to be embedded in our curriculum. So definitely it has to have a good infrastructure in the school. So I just would like to share that recently our another vertical of future skills and sustainability, that is Media Shala, is launched in one of the branches of Manav Rachna, that is Sector 51 Gurugram. And I'm proudly to say that I have been associated with this branch since last 13 years. And this is something altogether a very new experience for all of us, because I could see that children are really fascinated with this media world nowadays, and they are fascinated with this new Media Shala. So we are providing the best of infrastructure to all our children, and also for sports. If you talk about music, you talk about dances. So you just name it, and then we have all the platform provided to give the opportunity to children to explore various art forms, including digital world. You can say they can edit videos, they can do podcasting, they can do videography, and if you talk about art, they have their complete art room wherein they can show their art forms. So we have our school exhibition wherein we display the work which the children they prepare and they learn, and they display everything and they showcase their learning through all these different platforms which we provide in the school premises itself.
Fantastic. That's so nice to hear a lot of good things about your school. And thank you once again for your time, and a lot of things that you spoke about will be of good help for parents who are looking for schools in your locality. Thanks once again for your time, ma'am.